Hello, everybody, and welcome to the White Noise Podcast. I'm your host, AJ. With me is my co-host, Ethan.
Heyo.
I got one penny too many, also known as Aaron.
Hey.
And a new person with us today is our good friend, Noah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, alright, great. My part is done. I can just now leave and be done with the recording.
Yeah, that's really all we need
all
you
I'm good for.
Top 10
Yeah, right.
host, honestly. The best host.
I'm kind of upset you didn't give me my title that I made.
TH3
Oh,
short
I
round.
mean,
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking
there you
about
go.
the other one, the role I gave myself. Did y'all even
What?
look at that?
Head guest.
Head
No,
guest.
no.
no, that's what I did.
Do y'all not see what's below it?
Click on his name and you'll see the roles that are listed for him.
The baddest bitches, and baddest
Yeah.
is in all caps.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
nice.
I just
Very
gotta let y'all know.
Yeah. So this isn't the first time that we started recording.
Jesus, this
For
is
this
like
week.
the third attempt for this week.
This is our third attempt.
This is my
Third
first
time's the
attempt.
charm,
What do you mean?
guys. Yeah.
First time.
I've been trying to get
First
on this
time.
for like the last, two y'all
No.
done? And I've just never had a chance.
we should let our own audience know of our struggles that go on with this podcast. I mean, come on.
So, I explained this in attempt number 2, but attempt number 1 was foiled because of technical difficulties. So, Derp was sick, so we had to find a substitute. So, I talked to my friend Mark and my friend Wyatt, also known as Skin and Tay.
And me.
I did talk to you. You were working until like 10 o'clock, and me and Aaron were both like, that's a little late. Cause we
Y'all could have
maybe-
waited for me. Y'all could have.
So,
No.
let
Really
me
late,
finish
dude.
this story.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right. So, and I contacted Mark. I contacted Wyatt. Wyatt was like, okay, sure. Let me just get everything set up. And Mark told me pretty much the same. He was like, how do I set all this up? And I was like, all right. In my head, I thought we'll be waiting on Mark because Wyatt, he already has a Discord account because he's used it before. I've been in a Discord chat with him, and he has Audacity set up on his computer because I set it up for him when we were in our dorm together.
You did all the work.
Yeah, so I had set all of this shit up on his PC before. He just literally has to open it up, have his microphone plugged in, have some headphones plugged in, and just start. Like, just literally just click the right buttons. Mark, on the other hand, he didn't have an Audacity account, or he didn't have Audacity installed, he didn't have a Discord account. So I had to go through, like, it was like, here's the link to Discord, download it, make an account, here's the link to Audacity, blah, 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 blah. I got Mark started on that. Wyatt is like, so I just pull up Discord on my phone and just talk to you through my phone and then record on my PC? I was like, well, you don't have to. You can actually just install Discord on your computer
It's
and
too
then
easy.
use one microphone
Oh.
for everything, like I do, because I have my one microphone plugged into my computer, and it's what I use to talk to you guys, and it's what I use to record. Just talking into one microphone. I don't have a headset and a microphone. And apparently, when Wyatt clicked on the link to download Discord, it set off a web bomb, and he downloaded like 80 million viruses, and then I spent an hour and a half trying to delete all the viruses off his computer.
He's not lazy. He's just not good at computers, apparently.
I mean,
really
I'm not
is
either.
not.
Y'all saw what it took to get me to this point.
I mean, it wasn't that much,
It really
honestly.
wasn't that hard.
No.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't go through it with him. I did. I sat at work today and pulled up on my work computer step by step and Snapchatted him pictures step by step of where to
For
go
about
to,
an
hour
where
and a
the
half.
links were. Yeah, it was a long drawn out process.
Y'all,
Like, I
y'all
looked
don't
them
know
up,
the half of
I
it.
copied them, like highlighted them on the screen, pointed them out, and then
Why
like
couldn't
went
you
to
just
each one
send
through
him the
him.
links?
Because like you
it's
go
too
through, like,
easy.
3 or 4 different links, and I was on again my work computer. They don't like you doing a lot of stuff, so they can.
So
they
he
can
was going to
click
put
at
all
any
his
point
viruses on
and
their
see it.
computer.
Yeah, they can click at any point and see what you're doing on your computer.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to get on and look and see that Aaron's doing a podcast when he's supposed to be selling stuff.
No, this is at the bank. This is
Oh.
not supposed to be giving out money.
Okay, never mind.
But
Mm-hmm.
we got Mark up and running, but about as soon as Mark showed up, Aaron had also talked to our friend Tavish, and gotten him in on it because Tavish
What a whore he is.
Tavish was on episode 0. And so we were like, we'll just have Tavish on again if he has enough time, because he has a really busy schedule, and that's why we don't see him. Well, that was the reason. And then as soon as Mark gets here, he's like, hey, what's up, guys? And either Tavish's power went out, which is what he told us, or...
No, it definitely went out.
Okay. Because
he said it woke him up at 3 a.m.
Ah, okay. I was thinking either that, or as soon as Mark showed up, Tavish in his brain said, oh, they have 3 people, they don't need me, and he dipped.
No, he wouldn't have came. Like he said, he would not. He said in tip 2 of podcast that he would not have come on the podcast. Like he wouldn't have even came on Discord because his computer was completely off and had to do updates. So he turned on his computer, downloaded Audacity, and like updated his computer just to be on the podcast. So he was full on committed after turning on the computer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, after that much work, I would have been committed too.
Yeah.
So basically what happened is Tavish's power was out, so it was just me, Aaron, and Mark in the Discord, and we were like, we could do it with 3 people, but Wyatt said that he wanted to be on, and he's trying to fix it. And basically, I was on the phone with Wyatt and in the Discord chat with Aaron and Skin, and I was trying to help Wyatt delete all of the fucking myriad of viruses that he, got onto his computer, and trying to help him. And then it got to be like 10:45, and I was like, yeah, there's no way we still have time to record, because it would be midnight before we stopped recording.
But we did have progress, because we got Photoshop stuff done,
Yeah.
and editing things done. It was not a complete loss of time.
It wasn't a complete waste.
That
Cut
you
to-
know of.
Cut to a couple days later, where we try to have attempt 2, which attempt 2 was going to be, it was going to be the main 3, so me, Aaron, and Derp, and then it was also going to be Skin and Tavish. And we had everyone in. We had everyone in the Discord chat. We had everything set up. Everyone started recording, and it was fine. Something, like 5 minutes in, something went wrong with Skin's computer. Like, he sent me a picture of his Audacity, and it showed up with this error code. It had stopped recording and whatever. And I was like, well, he didn't say that much, and it was really early into the podcast, so fine, whatever. We still have me, Aaron, AJ, and Tavish. Then, like, halfway through the podcast, Tavish just mutes himself and goes the fuck to sleep or something. Like,
Just like the book.
yeah, like maybe 40 minutes into the podcast, I just look down, Tavish isn't talking anymore, and then I look down and I see that he's muted in the chat, and I'm like, that son of a whoring bitch. And then he
I'll read you the text.
he straight up left. And didn't he left without ever sending me his audio file? Like, what little audio file that he had?
All
Yeah,
right.
no,
Let me
he
read you
never
the
sent it
text
to
I
you.
got from him.
All right.
I said, hey, did you ever send Ethan your audio? He said, I couldn't send in the audio and I couldn't answer because I've been working and I'm away from home, so I don't have the audio. I think this means I won't be doing the podcast with you guys because it's super inconvenient for everyone. And also I passed out during the podcast.
Yeah. So,
He says, I'm so sorry. Again, I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Has that one already been released?
We're not releasing it. That's why we're recording this
Yeah.
one.
That's what this is. This is the
Oh,
cover
okay.
up from that.
This is
I was
our-
gonna say
from
in the
that
middle
one
of it,
is like-
y'all should somehow edit in like him snoring. Just like
It probably won't be released. My idea is just like to pull like a couple good stories and just do like some small
Yeah.
video
I
or
have
something. Like,
the
don't
audio
waste the
files
good stuff from it.
that I do have from that, which is mine, Aaron's, and AJ's. I do have them saved in a bloopers folder, and if someday we want to go back and, scavenge something and just
Hey, that could be part of my like first highlight thing I do.
yeah,
This could be one of those.
yeah, but I kind of don't want to, because you know how like with Rooster Teeth they do like the RTAAs, which are like the excerpt stories.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
They're like the little highlights from like stories from podcasts, and then they
Mhm.
link like the podcast. They're like, if you want to hear like the full story and the
What actually
context
happened
around
and
it,
everything.
then
Yeah.
you can go watch the podcast. So I don't want to like have a highlight posted of a podcast that doesn't exist.
That's
But
Yeah.
You should. It'd make people go look.
Speaking of podcasts that don't exist and highlights that do not exist, where could they go, Penny, if they want to listen to said highlights that don't exist yet?
Instagram would be great.
Yeah, dude.
Plug in Instagram, Wight Noise _ YT. Hit it up. Give it a follow.
It'll be hopefully in the description if we remind Ethan to do so.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to be real hot and real active on it. At least I'm trying to do at least one post a day. I may run out.
Yeah.
But
If you ever
I'm at
run
least
out,
gonna do
just
one story.
Post dick pics.
I mean,
Yeah, there you go. If we ever get super desperate, that's just what we'll resort to. You know.
Speaking of dick pics,
And then actually I'll do a poll,
Jesus.
because you know how you can do a poll on Instagram,
yeah.
Yeah.
and we can do a poll and see which ones they think it is, like
And
which
then
one of
to
our
keep
threes.
to keep it relevant, then you have the actual white noise effect over said picture.
I like
That
it.
way
In front of a
it
neon
makes
sign.
it relevant. Yeah, exactly. It makes it relevant, dude. It all fits.
So
Oh, Ethan, is the new podcast thing gonna be on here? Like the new look?
maybe we'll see.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, just wanted to point out from your last story you just said about like all the other people in the other podcasts. Basically, what I'm getting from that is I'm just like the backup. It's like, we're out of people. I guess we can message Noah.
No,
We
honey.
plan
No,
no.
honey.
Oh, yeah.
We plan on having you before. trust me.
Uh-huh.
And well, I shouldn't say we.
It's
Aaron
Aaron.
planned on having you here. Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
someone cares about me.
I was
I got you, buddy.
I was down.
Ethan,
for,
of all people, I would hope it was you because of all we've been through.
All right, so I never said no. I never was like, I don't want Noah on. Aaron was just the
Yeah,
first. He was the first to be like,
Yeah.
immediately, he was like, I hope we can get Noah on sometime because he just sucks your
Mhm.
dick every goddamn day.
He knows who loves him.
I feel appreciated when Noah's around.
Mhm.
He's the
For
only
once.
person in all of our group chats, no matter where they are, that messages me back.
Instantly. I just
You
sat
can't
there.
say it's not true.
Here, I see like one group chat. I'm like, oh, notification from Noah. Let's see what that is.
I feel
The
like
rest
it's
of y'all will
because-
just look at it and just
I-
forget about it.
No, I feel like it's because Aaron's job is sitting down at a desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Low
fair.
key, that's what it is.
Whereas
Oh, I
Herb and
honestly
I don't
go
want to
somewhere.
hear it. I'm always
Work.
moving around. I am too.
Mhm.
The Scrap podcast was the one where I talked about like my 114 transactions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Today I had 27.
Yeah,
That's how
and
slow
that's-
the day
that's-
was. It was
Okay, that's
awful.
just a slow day. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but like I was just bored out of my. I almost fell asleep at my desk.
Hey, Ethan,
Yeah.
did you get my clap?
did you just now clap? I'm gonna give you the clap.
No,
No, clap
no, he
sing.
did. He did way before. He clapped sing way before. He just clapped again just to mess with you. Just letting you know.
That's where I want mine to start, right there.
Yeah, yeah. In the middle of nowhere, just to mess up with everything. That'd be great.
So, it's real hot, like outside.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
Oh,
If he's gonna say anyone, Ethan, it's gonna be me.
shut up.
We all know that.
I had to go to Walmart today on my lunch break and buy a coffee maker because somebody threw the filter an hours away, so we didn't have one that worked anymore. So
you
I had to go buy a new
You
one.
had like a reusable filter, and somebody just threw it the fuck away.
No, well, actually, it was the spot where the filter goes. You know, like the black part
The filter
that you
like
stick
cup.
the filter
Why
in?
would you?
They
Why would
pulled
you
that
throw
whole
that
thing
away?
out and
They
threw it
went,
away.
They went to throw the coffee away and threw that away. The lady I work with says it wasn't her. She swears up and down it wasn't her.
Bet.
But she did the
Idiot.
Wait.
same thing
Wait,
like
on
3 days
God?
before.
Y'all
On
work at a
God?
bank?
Yeah.
This is the people giving us money.
Oh, she's like 65.
Some people taking your money.
That's true.
It doesn't surprise me anymore. She gets a pass. She gets a senior's pass.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that, I mean, it's fair. But she, like,
Yeah.
threw it away, right? She threw it away the other day, and we had to dig it out of the trash can.
Oh, just
because
wash
we
it off. You're
realized it
good.
the next day. Yeah, that's what we did. We just cleaned it off and everything and used it. Because, I mean, like, soap, water, all that, blah, 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 blah.
Bleach.
But they didn't, like, take out the trash that day. Well, she threw it away Friday, so they took out the trash. And so Monday I come to work and I open up the coffee maker. I'm like, I don't know where this is.
You know what you
Aaron,
could have
Why
are
done?
did-
the
do it. I
youngest
didn't do it.
person working at the bank?
There's two people that work with me. One is 73 and the other is 65. And I'm
Yep.
20.
So you know what
they're
you
more
could
than
do
3
next
times
time that
older than me.
happens?
But
You
so
could
I was
always-
like, well, I'll
you
just go
could-
buy like a small call. What? We're both talking at the same time. This is beautiful for audio. Go ahead.
You know what you could do next time that you have that situation with the coffee?
What?
We could go to our favorite spot on the face of the planet in Macomb.
Oh my gosh. This was a mistake. This was a mistake.
Well, guys, I guess that was it. I'm leaving now before they kick me off.
Talking about coffee, but spilling fresh tea.
No.
We don't have to give any more context. We just can leave it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some
Besides-
good inside humor for everybody that doesn't get it.
Is anybody else in their PJs right now?
Oh wait, no, hold on. I
Yeah.
gotta finish my story about it being hot.
Wait, y'all are actually wearing
It's
clothes?
hot.
Yeah, dude.
I bought short story time. I bought a candy bar when I went to go get the coffee maker. I set
it
it
melt?
in my car, drove 5 minutes. I picked it up and it just drooped down, melted.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Like the whole thing was just
Nice.
like melted in my
It was
hand.
in your car. What do you expect?
Well, I drove 5 minutes. Like I got in my car, put it down
Oh.
on the seat, and drove
I'm
5
sorry.
minutes to my work.
I forgot. You guys have never experienced Texas heat.
I have.
I totally
Yes, I
forgot.
have.
I'm sorry. You guys have? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
My dad works in Texas all the time.
My mom's
I-
family
I'm there
is
at
from
least 2 or
Texas.
3 times a year.
Yeah. It was. It's been near 100% humidity this whole week. Fun fact.
But how you were talking about like the candy bar melting, not that long ago I bought a Reese's, like one of the big ones, and set it in my car, and I forgot about it. Well, I came back. Oh, just wait. I came back. The chocolate had liquefied, but the peanut butter was still solid.
Huh.
Okay.
Healthy.
Like it was just
Okay.
it was just so weird because like the package, one side you could just feel the liquid and the other side was just a chunk. Like it hit
Did you eat
basic
it?
Did
maybe
you drink it?
you just
Yeah.
put it in the freezer and get it later out as like a brick and just.
it's just you have a piece of peanut butter and then you just have a frozen chunk of chocolate.
That's great. Have y'all seen the new ones that are like chocolate lovers and peanut butter lovers?
Yes.
I don't think
Peanut
I
butter
have.
lovers.
Have you tried them?
I have not tried them yet. No.
I tried the peanut butter one. I was just like, it's too much. Haven't tried the chocolate one yet.
Never such thing as too much peanut butter. Peanut
I don't
butter's
know,
okay.
man.
I
don't know.
can
I
just
think
get a
Reese's
I
are
can get a
perfect.
spoon of peanut butter and just be happy.
Oh, Ethan, should we discuss our topic or the thing that triggers you at times?
Destiny.
Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces! Explain your point, Ethan. Go ahead.
Yep. Go right ahead.
All right. So, there has been a long argument, and there's 2 different camps of people who say Reese's and people who say Reese's. And then, as if a fucking sign from God on which side was right, Reese's releases a product called Reese's Pieces. And people are such fucking idiot asshole dickbag fuckwits that they change the pronunciation of the word that they know, pieces, because no one's ever like, how many pieces of pizza or how many pieces of chicken is in that bucket that you just got from KFC? And somebody would
About
look
5.
at them and be like, I'm gonna punch you in the goddamn mouth right now. And so they can't understand that. And Reese's released it because they were like, it's cool because it rhymes. Reese's Pieces. And hopefully
It does rhyme.
people-
Reese's Pieces. What do you mean, dude? That's rhymes. It rhymes better than anything else.
And hopefully, people will be able to get it through their thick ass skulls that maybe, since these things rhyme, and the word that it rhymes with is pieces, then maybe the proper noun in this whole equation is Reese's. But people are dumb as fuck, so they go, no. Because I say this one word wrong, and Reese's says that it rhymes with this other word, I'm gonna pronounce this other word wrong too. And it makes me mad.
Tell us how you really
It
feel,
sounds
Ethan.
like it.
Yeah, right. For real, man. I heard him talk about this one day, and I figured it would be perfect.
You just like seeing me get angry.
Yeah, I sure do. It's great.
Don't
I
we
thought you were
all?
gonna talk about the
No,
pyramid
your
thing.
argument makes 100% sense. Like,
Yeah,
I follow
no.
the logic. 100%.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I'm gonna be honest. Since y'all told me about this, I'm officially changing how I call it to Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, you're welcome, Noah. You're welcome.
The guy I go to the gym with, we were like doing something. It's really early in the morning usually when I go, and he said something about Reese's, and he said Reese's, and I was like, how do you pronounce like the small ones? He was like Reese's Pieces, and I was like, all right, so hold on, let me explain my friend's point.
Yeah.
And then
No,
I just-
at that
I
point, you
went
just
on a
call
long
Ethan.
explanation of how pieces is not pronounced pieces in any other form ever, and he was like, you're completely correct.
Mhm.
100%, and he just like went on about it. Like he just was like, yes.
At that point, you just call Ethan.
I'm glad I can
It's
spread the
like-
good word.
No,
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That word being
Talking
Reese's.
about, man.
PCs.
Mhm.
Oh God.
all right. So
Yeah, dude.
My favorite actress is Reese Witherspoon.
What about without her?
wait,
What
that's
are-
not how it's pronounced.
Right.
So has anyone else finished Shield Hero, or is it just me and?
No, I was working on it last night, and then I.
Man,
I can
fell
spoil
I
it for
haven't
you.
started it.
Don't.
All right.
No, don't.
You limey
Don't. It's too
fuck
good.
dick quack.
It's too good. It's too good to spoil, man.
No, you
Like,
you don't
can't-
understand. Ethan and I have like a hate relationship about spoilers because I've been trying to get him to watch something for like what's it been 3 weeks now, 3 or 4,
Something like that. A long time.
and I have like we all know how Ethan lives, breathes, and dies Destiny.
Yeah.
I have the
I don't know.
Sold his soul to Bungie.
Yeah.
No, he didn't sell it. He is straight up fucking Bungie.
No, they're doing that to him. Come on.
Do I need to give my explanation for the audience?
Yeah, I think so.
I
To
think.
how he is with
I
Bungie,
think
sure.
your hypothesis is completely incorrect.
Okay, basically, my thing is, Bungie realizes how much Ethan has played. Okay, just for context, Ethan, how many hours do you have in Destiny 2?
Over 1,200.
Okay, how many days is that?
It's like 40 something days.
Okay,
Yep.
now for me, my closest game to him is The Witcher 3, and I have like 400 and something hours into it, which that still is a lot. But then you have Ethan. Well,
1200 is
anyway, so Ethan, I don't know how. Okay, Bungie has realized how much Ethan has played, and they're just like, you know what, this kid, there's no possible way that he's not a virgin. So what they do is they give him his V card, and he proceeds to hand it back to them to let them fuck him, so he gets the new exotic. And then they look at his stats again, and they're just like, no, there's still no way. There's still no way. And it's just like rinse, wash, repeat.
So, according to you, I let Bungie deflower me to give me an exotic, and then just because of the sheer volume of time that I've spent in Destiny, it just rehymenates me like immediately.
No, they think about it, and they're just like, no, there's no way that this kid has ever. And they're just like, okay, we'll just give it back to him because there's no possible way.
So Bungie rehymenates me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but basically you're just letting them fuck you over and over and over again to get the
I
new
mean,
exotics.
I get a new exotic, and they get a bloody cock. So.
Maybe
my
maybe
God.
that's their thing though. Like, come on, Ethan. Maybe that's
That's how the
like...
free market
No, that's
works,
exactly
baby.
what they do. They come on Ethan.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
The
So,
juice
Ethan.
powerful Ingrams all over my face.
How many exotics are you missing?
I think like, as far as weapons go, I think like 4.
Okay, that's 4 more
As
times.
of right now. As of right now. Because there's a couple other exotics that are being released as of today.
Yeah, today is the start of
So-
Season 7. There are new exotics that have been released today that, of course, I do not have. But as of Season 6 exotics, I think there's about I think there's 4 that I don't have.
So basically,
No,
what you're
there's
telling
5.
me
There's 5.
is by the time that the next podcast comes out, Bungie will have
He'll
fucked
only be
you
missing-
multiple times.
Yeah.
Well,
He'll
see,
only be missing 4 again.
so
Okay, makes sense.
all of the 3 of the exotics that I don't have are only because I don't have people to raid with.
I mean, we've tried. We just never have time to all go at once.
That's what
Yeah,
she
it's
said.
it's tough for us to get 6 people to play Destiny 2 all around the same time schedule.
Yeah, because
That's a better way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I work late, and then my schedule has me awake till ungodly amount, like hours into the night. But y'all are usually asleep by what? Midnight?
Oh shoot.
Midnight,
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
midnight.
I go
And then you have me.
early in that. Yeah.
I usually don't fall asleep until around 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah. And you and Wyatt are basically in the exact same boat. You and Tay both are kind of like that.
Because, I mean, it's just like I get off work, and then because I'm at work most of the day, it's just like, okay, now I can actually do stuff. So then I start watching TV and going to, like, do stuff that I couldn't have done because I was at work. And then I'm awake almost all night. And then I go to sleep, and I wake up about 2 or 3 hours before I would have to be at work again the next day. And it's just like, just the same thing over and over.
I mean, that's low-key why we created the podcast. It's because we weren't talking on Xbox Live anymore.
I mean,
Yeah,
makes
we're
sense.
running into that issue.
And
Yeah.
also, other people couldn't hear the conversations we had.
Thank God.
Learn by doing.
There is a definite like DMZ between the things I will talk about in an Xbox Live party and things I'll talk about on a recorded podcast.
Yeah, which is what worries me when Aaron brings up topics about how he's going to start recording while we're playing video games. I'm like,
Oh no, I
Yeah,
am
but
all
is
for
that?
it.
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
you said that you were gonna like take what we record from video games and like cut it together into like maybe 15-minute video, right?
Yeah, kind of like my old channel before
Yeah.
it died.
So
Okay.
anything we say
That'll be
that's
fine.
self-incriminating or well, not self-incriminating,
shoot.
but
To
Shoot,
an
even-
extent.
There's,
We would all
I
be
may
in
have
jail.
said something. No, I may have said something that's been recorded on his channel that
Look, man,
it was
just watch out for the bushes. That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
Just watch out for those.
Go look
bush
up One Penny Too Many and watch the Rainbow Six Siege Funny Moments 1 to understand joke.
episode 1. Yeah.
God, please
Link
don't
in the
grace that
description.
channel with your viewership.
Come on, dude.
Insert
My
link
first,
here.
like, 2 videos are solid.
Solid
Oh.
for like a 16-year-old YouTuber.
Okay, so y'all are
mean,
talking
I
about
was, like,
funny
17
moments
at the time,
in like
right?
video games.
Mhm.
So, Ethan, you know David Russell.
Yes.
So I convinced David the other day to play Apex Legends with me. So
How'd that go?
actually, it was the other night whenever I messaged you and wanted you to play online with us.
I was
It was
already
because
in bed.
yeah, it was because David was playing, and I kept telling him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna see if someone wants to play. I'm not gonna tell you who. I'll just let you talk to him and figure it out. Well, anyway, so I don't even remember who it was, but it was one of his friends was playing with us, and we had the win in the bag. Like, there was no way we could have lost. We had the other person outgunned because we had basically got them down to the final little ring. We had already destroyed most of their shields. They were low on ammo because we had been like following them and fighting them for a while. Well, anyway, we get locked in a building because we can't go out the back because of the storm. Well, I've been playing video games where you have to hold a certain button down to open doors.
Mhm.
Well, we walk up to the door and we're all getting ready, to just swarm these two people. And I walk up to the door and I press the button to reload, and it opens the door. And all you see is just a barrage of bullets just fly at us. And all I can hear in my headset is David screaming at the top of his lungs, "Who the fuck opened the door?" Just for a solid like 30 seconds. Needless to say, we lost. But
Yeah.
Wow, what a shame.
it was bad. But it was
Nice.
just David for like a solid 30, 40 seconds just screaming at me. So yeah, I wish someone was recording at the time, because that would have been perfect.
Alright, so you're an Apex legendaire, right?
Kinda.
Alright.
I've only been
I've heard
playing
that
for.
game's like dead.
Eh,
Is lie?
yeah, pretty much.
Because when I played
mean-
it, me and Dirk played it. Me and Dirk really
Yeah.
liked it. Me, Dirk, and Tavish we used a body on it. Like, we would drop like 9, 10 wins a night easy.
Mhm.
But it started getting where they just like didn't, update the game. So you would just like lag every time you landed, and it was just trash.
There
Like,
was,
you couldn't do
there was
anything.
audio issues.
Well,
yeah.
they updated it today, but I didn't really get much of a chance to figure anything out because I was setting up this stuff for this podcast.
Well,
Okay.
the audio issue was a big deal because like your gun wouldn't make
Yeah.
any noise until after. Like, nobody's gun would make noise till after it was already shot for a little bit. Like,
Right.
It would like shoot 5 or 6 bullets. So you would be shot, and the game doesn't have a good like notification of being shot besides like your noise, your like screen comes up a little bit. But if you're getting shot at, you can't even hear it till after you've already taken like 3 bullets.
Yeah.
So you would just die because you got shot in the back and didn't even see where.
No, it's actually gotten a lot better.
Okay.
Which, it's kind of funny. The game came out, and I want to say it was like 2 or 3 days after the game came out, I played a game, and we were in Alabama, and there was no service whatsoever, and like the Wi-Fi wasn't the greatest, but I got a win, and I immediately deleted the game and was done. I was like, I have a perfect record. It's my first game, my first win. We're done. I'm never touching it again.
That's really smart.
Fast
amazing.
forward about 3-4 months, David Russell messages me, wants me to play. Needless to say, I don't have a winning record at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a win
Yeah.
since then.
Oh, dude.
I know. I had a huge lead of wins. Then I played solo. That didn't go great because playing solo on Apex, which is a 3-person game,
It
means that you're gonna be stuck with 2 very, very terrible people who have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
And no communication.
Yeah, and well, the ping system's great. The ping system's great because soloing, it's better than most other battle royales that require you to be in a squad group of some sort. The ping system's great for that, so you can actually solo decently. But the people in your team are just going to suck
Mhm.
when it comes to fight, when it comes to like actual combat. But that wasn't too bad. My scoring was still, it was still great. But then I started playing where it was just me and Tavish because Aaron didn't really want to play anymore, and I think at this point, Aaron had switched either being super busy at work or playing Overwatch at this time. So it was only
My
Tavish and I
guilty
playing.
pleasure.
Yeah, so it was only Tavish
Oh, I
and
feel you on
playing.
that one.
Talk about guilty.
And that's when it really started to tank, was when it was Tavish and I playing. And that's nothing to do with Tavish personally. It's just getting
That
it
one
was just
random.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
me realizing how much one random can really affect your team.
Yeah, just like
they'll
not
they'll just
having a
dip,
full team of
or they'll
friends
just-
makes a big difference.
they'll just run somewhere, and it just ruined it for me. So yeah, that's where my rank history just absolutely flopped.
But
So
I
what I
mean-
got out of that was fuck Tavish.
I mean, yeah, he
No.
didn't even know how to stop a recording on the audio, dude. Come on.
But yeah, there was that issue.
Didn't even know how to
You
stay
stop
awake
recording.
through the recording of a. Like a
It
podcast.
happens. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean,
He's
I
not
think
gonna
my
he's in
listen
best
to
a
game
this.
was
different time
Terrapins.
zone. Yeah,
Because
mine was too.
I think it was like 24 kills. And what, is there only
Mhm.
like 40 people in that? There's only like 40, right?
There is. Let's
What are you
see,
talking about?
There's 30.
The
There's
whole
30
lobby?
people. There's 30. I'm pretty sure. Right?
What's a whole lobby in Apex, Noah?
That's
It's 20
10
teams of 3. So
Yeah.
Is it? Then
Yeah,
60.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
So-
it was either 30 or 60.
We killed half the lobby because I remember looking at it after. It was just like 2 randoms and me. We all dropped like 15 or 16 kills each, and killed
Gotcha,
like
yeah.
half an entire lobby, and it was nuts.
Mhm.
Like, but that was my best game. It was easy too. Like it was surprisingly easy. Like we were just.
Was it
running
early
through
on?
people. No, I'd say midway. I'd say
No,
after
it
like
was-
second week or third week of the game.
It was just.
That was before
Before,
everyone went MLG Pro.
Yeah, it was about a month or two before Octane was released.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when it
that's
started
it,
picking
yeah.
up big time.
Yeah.
But
It's when the Mozambique was still busted. Not the Mozambique. Well,
the best gun in the game. What do you mean?
The Wingman.
The
The
Wingman.
Wingman was still busted.
It's still actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
4-round
but it,
clip?
it just.
What?
Yeah.
You can
It's still good.
You can do a lot
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. And you gotta realize that's without extended mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the Spitfire more at that point.
I think
Yeah.
my best gun is either the Devotion or the, what is it, the Scout?
Yeah, because energy weapons had to get buffed. Fucking stupid.
I love sniper rifles in any game.
Yeah, triple take, devotion, and the havoc got buffed. Which I think is insane to me.
And you don't know what the new update was today?
Not really. I didn't.
I know that they just added a rank system. I ended up.
They
seeing
also,
a
I did
couple
get to see
news
they
feeds of it.
added something called Apex Elite, which basically
the rank system.
it's top 3
Yep.
of, if you get top 3, you play another game, and then you play with nothing but top 3s from other games.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
I totally know what everyone's
Oh, it's top
talking
5?
about.
Okay.
You played
Yep.
it before. You
I
played
played
with
like
See, this is-
3 games.
This is why you need to have more of a variety. Ethan.
Other than
That way you don't
sucking
go,
Bungie's
"Hey,
dick."
Destiny 2, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Noah, we told Ethan, we were like, you know that big blue circle on the map when you go on the map? He's like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He goes, okay. Yeah, that's the drop zone, the hot mark. So like everybody goes there. He goes, so we go there, and we're like, no, you don't go there. And we're like, you're jump master. He goes, so we go there, and it just like goes straight towards it, like first game.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
I did that on purpose though.
Mhm.
But I mean,
It was
talking about battle royale games, some of my neighbors actually that I went to high school with, we all started playing Blackout when the game first came out,
Whew, thank goodness. Okay. I'm
and
glad you went there with
Fork
that
Knight.
conversation. Carry on. Yeah, shut up. Carry on.
what were you thinking?
I was thinking you were gonna bring up Fortnite, and I was
No,
just
no,
gonna
no,
drop
no,
my
no.
headset.
No,
Just-
I am
No
absolutely
Fortnite on
straight.
this podcast.
I am straight, and I am not a 5-year-old kid.
Okay, good.
But
Anyways, carry on.
anyway, we all started out and we all got our first win together. And after that happened, it was just like we kind of didn't really get a chance to play as much as we did. So we got like, I think it was like 3 or 4 wins in like a matter of a week. And that wasn't long after the game came out. Well, I quit playing it. Well, they have a YouTube channel and it's just them, it's all highlights from them.
Mhm.
They have lost count of how many wins they have.
Wow.
Like, it's ridiculous because I remember when we were all like, okay, we're still trying to figure this game out, and now it's just like, okay, let's dick around for an entire game. Oh, look, we still won.
what's their channel name? Shout them out.
Give me just a second. Let me check my YouTube.
Maybe we can look real quick.
He's like, let me check the
Oh,
back of my list because
there-
I don't watch them.
There is
Mhm.
there is one that y'all need to see. I think it's like their second or third video. Just like the first 30 seconds of it is like the funniest thing I've ever heard because one of their own team killed like he was shooting at someone, ended up doing friendly fire, and the guy's reaction was just priceless. But it's the Reaper Crew Men of Blackout.
The Reaper Crew Men of
Blackout. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long name.
I know,
It's a long
but
channel name,
but
yeah.
still
That does not correlate well together.
it doesn't, but it's just because mostly all they play is Blackout.
Reminds me of Angel Beats.
But it's all they play is
You say anal
Blackout.
beads?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yep. That's what it reminds me.
All
Dirk,
right.
You gonna bet me out the beginning of Angel Beats where they're trying to come up with a name?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Yeah, and freaking
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
No.
But yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Short anime series. About 12 episodes.
Thank you, Dirk.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not too bad.
whenever y'all finish with this, y'all should watch their second video. Just watch the first 30 or 40 seconds of it. It is one of the funniest things you'll ever hear.
Finish
Yeah,
our
stay
podcast
here and listen
first,
to this
though.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Finish this
yeah.
first.
I mean, of
Yeah.
course. No, I'm about to
Right.
leave the podcast right now just so I can
Their
go finish
first
all
30
the videos.
seconds will be in our description below.
Yeah.
We'd probably get
So yeah, the channel name is Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yep. Good old Angel Beats.
no, it's it's White Noise Podcast. What do you mean?
Yeah, dude. Should we? I think this is a perfect time to bring up how we even came up with the name to begin with.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
It's like threefold.
Excellent.
It's great.
Yes. It's a whole circle, or I guess it's a triangle effect.
Circular?
of-
I really like it.
Yeah.
But is
yeah,
it
was,
is it a triangle, a pyramid, or a tetrahedron?
I like that
Okay.
word. Whatever you said.
Shut up, even.
Tetrahedron?
Shut up, even. Tetrahedron.
Can you not say that
Yeah.
word?
I mean, I'm sure I can. I'm just not trying
How
to
do you feel
embarrass
about dodecahedron?
myself. Ooh.
I
Just
like
rolls
it.
off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, talk dirty
So
to me.
anyways, we originally had a group chat set up of us all talking about just at first it started out with the raid for Destiny 2.
Oh, you're talking about Crit Happens?
No. This was the text chat, the text
Oh,
This was
the
me,
one,
Tavish,
the one that
Tay.
I was just not a part of because I'm
which
not
is
I'm not
completely fine.
important.
You didn't miss much because
Mhm.
it wasn't until we went into the Snapchat group chat that we started actually talking about raid stuff. But anyways, back when we were at this group chat, I ended up bringing up the topic of this exact podcast and wanting to do it. And then Ethan said that he's been waiting for such a long time for this to actually happen, and he has all the recording available for him to do this.
Yep.
And Aaron liked the idea.
Basically, you
so
just
that's how.
that one little phrase of "Hey, let's start this" got Ethan's dick hard.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
pretty
same
much,
exact thing
pretty
happened
much.
with Eric in D&D because we were just walking through the board game aisle one day in Walmart, and he was like, "It'd be really fun to start a D&D campaign." And I like grabbed him. I was like, "Fucking, let's do it! I've been waiting to DM a
I can see
campaign
it.
for
Like,
years."
In my head.
I've never played, but I've always wanted to, and I know a few people who want to.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yo,
same
White
thing
Noise
that-
podcast,
with
roll
the podcast.
22 or whatever it was.
Oh god.
Yeah, so we kept it was us just one day just listing out a bunch of names, which I want to point this out on like just put him right on the spot, right in the center because he thinks that he's the host. Ethan couldn't come up with a single name
No,
for
no,
his own
you're right.
podcast.
I came up with a good name.
Uh-huh.
What
'Cause
was it?
Aaron-
What was it?
Aaron said he wanted it to have boy, B-O-I, in the name.
Okay.
Oh, you
I
wanted
went up to
Boiler
this.
Room?
I came up with the boiler
went up
room.
to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then I went up to that of us having boy in it by adding Gallahorn to it and making it
the
10
Gallahorny
times
boys.
better.
That's it right there.
All right, so we're changing the name right now. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Tune in next week
Um,
at a different
so then
channel.
we
Same
completely-
people, but
we
different
completely-
different podcast.
We completely scrapped putting boy in the title for our podcast.
It was literally
And
like a dumb
instead-
joke that they took seriously. Like I was like mainly messing around, but they were like
Right.
didn't have context because it was text message. So
I thought the boiler
Oh yeah, you know
room
all
was
about
clever.
that.
yeah, you're right.
So,
Not as good as white noise,
so-
I will admit.
Yeah. See, thank you. Then I just said straight out, just send a text message, just like white noise, like whatever. I had this name in mind for like something else before, and I was like, it's whatever. But the actual color white involved in it. And then I was like, that's dumb, whatever, and I passed it off. And then Aaron was like, nah, don't sleep on that. That's actually a good title. We could use that. And so I was like, okay, sure. Let me just look up in Google real quick to see if it's used or not. So I look up in Google, and shout out to the Australian podcast, who's already called White Noise, and is like the #1 Australian podcast
Not
to
sponsored.
exist, and is on SoundCloud, and we're not sponsored. So I was like, well, we can't use the color white, so that's not allowed. And
So we can't sue
then
them for it?
We just no, and they might be able to sue us. We don't know, but we just
For what? We're not making any money.
They're gonna get all of
True.
all of Ethan's Destiny exotics.
I'll kill
Yeah, they're gonna
myself.
take all your hours away. Yeah. But we just scraped the entire idea because we're like, that's not gonna work anyways. So we threw it away. But then a thought came to mind of me still wanting to use it, and I was wondering how I could use white noise still for the podcast. I'm like, what can I put that in? And for whatever reason, I immediately thought of Skyrim and how there is a Draugr enemy called the Draugr Wight, and it's spelled W-I-G-H-T. I was like, that's perfect. That would work. I started looking up the actual term for white. Turns out, one, and this points out closer to Aaron and also kind of to Ethan, it's used in the Bible a couple times. Two, it's referenced and is an actual term for D&D. And three, it's in Skyrim. So it,
And
in a
four,
way, fits.
we're all white.
And we're all, yeah,
That,
see,
that
exactly.
was, that was my
It's-
favorite part. Is we're
That
all
was his favorite
white.
part too.
Its
Yep.
original like context meaning wasn't to mean like an undead, something that's undead, like a monster.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
originally just somebody who's really sad.
Yeah, and I was like,
Perfect.
Dude, this fits perfect. Exactly.
Because
It
we
was
all
like,
have crippling depression.
Exactly. That's why we make this podcast.
Have a jar of
We-
tea
ourselves
on my
feel
We
bed.
better.
use this to vent.
Yep. There you go.
Speak.
See?
You
And
said something
just-
about Skyrim earlier, but just so you know,
Yeah.
I completed my completely fucked up family.
Nice.
I did it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw this. Yeah.
I was.
You're welcome, by the
I
way.
was so happy. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've got Braith, the little girl who likes to beat the shit out of dogs and elders and anyone. I've got
Yep.
Miri, the girl who wanted me to kill her best friend and her ex-lover, and I've
Mhm.
got the little kid who summoned the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah. See, perfect.
I mean, I
what can
don't
go
see a
wrong?
problem. And then you've got
Yeah.
me, who literally will kill anyone who walks in front of him or looks at me cross.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, man?
Now I just gotta build the
great.
house out in what is it? Morthal.
Oh, you picked Morthal? Okay. The standard one's
Falkreath.
Falkreath.
I mean,
but,
I have the one
yeah.
in Falkreath, but I feel like the one in Morthal would just fit better.
Yeah. There's a fish net
Exactly.
where you catch fish, so you know.
And it's also
that's
really
great.
depressing out there, like my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's with the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. As soon as you said white, like W-I-G-H-T, the first thing I thought of was D&D.
Yeah, I know. That's what I figured you'd think of first. Which I mean, that's just why it fits.
Yeah. Because
Because
I'm
the name works with everything
a
that we
massive nerd that loves playing D&D.
do. Yeah.
And fucking
I'm a
Bungie.
massive nerd that play Skyrim, so you know.
Also,
I
same.
also played Skyrim several times over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had to like uninstall it because it was getting to the point where I was putting way too much time into it again.
Yeah, I uninstalled it,
Wonder
and
what
then
that's like.
I think this is my
Ethan, it's time for an intervention. This is what we're going to use this podcast for.
At some
I
point.
wonder if
at
the
some point.
intervention will be
Just
in the
hold
new
on.
Modern Warfare.
All
Oh God, I hope.
Oh, it
You
better
know?
be.
you know.
Ethan, you might need to start fucking whoever's in control of that so we can get the good stuff in that.
Yeah, there you
Isn't
go.
Treyarch making this one?
I don't know.
No,
No.
it is Infinity
Or is it-
Ward.
it's back to
It's
Infinity
It's the
Ward?
original.
Yes, and it is going back to being named Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Also,
It's not.
I want to point out the one thing that bothers me the most about it. It's not the original voice actor for Captain Price,
It is not. It is not.
and it
Which is
bothers
unfortunate.
the piss out of me.
It's not too bad though.
Yes,
It
it
still-
is.
it
What
still
do you
has-
mean?
It still has that Captain Price feel to it though.
He looks
You
like
know?
Captain Price. Yeah, he's got the
Mhm.
feel. But then you have me, who's
Yep.
I just started replaying the remastered Modern Warfare.
Okay, you messed yourself up.
Okay,
I was
you
gonna
messed
say,
first
yourself
off,
up.
your
fight
fault.
me.
Yep. Yep.
Nostalgia. is
Secondly,
gonna make this seem
fair
trendy.
enough.
Mm-hmm. And you've made yourself hear the difference. You could have gone forever
Actually,
without
no.
doing a
I
comparison.
actually noticed that before
Mandela
I
effect.
went back and got the
Yeah, see,
the
exactly.
remastered, because they announced the game like 3-4 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got the Modern Warfare remastered game again 2 days ago.
you still force yourself to do a comparison.
As soon as I realized who it was, I was just like,
time.
that's not Price.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that one part, I guess I'll be fine the rest of the thing.
This you might find interesting though, Noah. I should let you know that the campaign gameplay director has stated that No Russian is going to look like it
I
was
know.
like
I know. I'm so
simple
excited.
mission compared to this. He even said in a quote that I'm looking at right now, it says, "We've had multiple play testers cry." He got play testers to cry from this campaign.
I saw one thing where it was talking about like the demo that someone saw, and I'm doing like air quotes. It's just one of those online articles that could possibly not be true, but basically do you remember in the trailer the little kid that has the gas mask on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically, someone says in the demo that you're playing from that kid's point of view, and you see someone murder your family, and then the rest of that mission is you playing as the kid to track down the people as they tried to get away and murder them.
I don't know why that'd make you sad, unless they, of course,
Attack on Titan
added some... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, like...
And Hellsing?
Unless they add some emotional
Ethan, did you say Attack on Titan?
backstory. Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's part of the spoiler issue that Noah has on... that Ethan
Okay,
has on Noah.
I didn't know.
So,
Yes, you didn't know, but you
I didn't
dropped,
think-
one, a
Ethan-
major spoiler for the series. You dropped a major spoiler for the series. Two, it was a spoiler that just recently came out.
Okay, Ethan, first off, the only reason I knew about it was because it was in some kind of like thing I saw on YouTube. Like it was like the top whatever fights from anime, and I was like, okay, cool. So I watched it. I didn't realize
You could
it.
have asked.
I'm sorry. I thought you stayed up to date on everything because you're a weeb.
Fair.
No.
Are you not a?
No.
You're not a weeb.
No.
No, I watched
he
Attack on
isn't.
Titan all the way through to the point. I watched it. I watched as much as I could when I watched it. Like I binged it from season 1 all the way to the most recent episode, and that was a little bit ago. And what I do is I binge a show until I reach a stopping point. Normally, how much of that show is out, and then I'll leave. I'll leave it, and then I'll go and watch another show. And then when I'm like, oh, there are like 4 more episodes out for this show. All right, I'm gonna go back and watch those more recent episodes.
Have I spoiled anything else to you other than that?
No, but
Okay then.
that
Y'all make it
important to
seem
me.
y'all make it seem like I'm just this awful piece of shit who just
No,
goes
you're
through
great.
and spoils.
You're great, buddy.
Thank you,
Oh
Aaron.
I have,
Thank
I have a
you.
story. I have a story
Oh,
when it comes
Ethan,
to spoilers.
Ethan, guess
Also,
what?
Fuck you,
Guess what?
Aaron.
Guess what,
What?
Ethan?
Fair. Just collapsed.
But continue.
All right, so Aaron can attest to this. When we were in high school, I had my keys on a Naruto lanyard because. Shut up.
Wow. Wow. I'm no longer your twin.
Of all places.
Shamed, honestly. Just go back to Hot Topic.
Continue.
Love you, Ethan.
Yeah.
But I had this lanyard. It was hanging out of my pocket because I have a lanyard on my keys. There was this little kid that went to our school. God, he must have been like 7 or 8.
Did
His
he
name was
Naruto run?
His name was Brody. No, he was a really cool kid. Like, I had like helped like keep an eye on him during like RA campouts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like anytime we have a school event and like the little kids are there with the high schoolers, I'd be like, "Yo, Brody, what's up?" And he would come up to me and he'd be like, "What's up?" And one of the things that he had come up to me about was one time he like came up to me and like poked me in the leg, and I turned and I was like, "What's up, little guy?" And he was like, "I saw your lanyard. Do you like Naruto?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like Naruto." And I was watching it at the time, and I wasn't all the way through like the original Naruto series, because like the original Naruto series runs for like 400 or so episodes, and then it starts into Naruto Shippuden.
Basically, you have
like-
to have a lifetime commitment to the show. That and One
Yep.
Piece.
Yeah, but I wasn't even all the way through regular Naruto. Because how I couldn't stream it because I didn't have internet at my house. So how I had to do it is I had to buy the DVDs. And so I would buy the DVDs
I remember those.
in batches. So like I would get like one set of DVDs and then I'd watch those, and then I would wait a little while, like earn a little more money from allowance and stuff, and then I'd buy another set of DVDs because they're like a big box set of DVDs, and it's like 100 or so episodes, or like 80 something episodes per like box set that you get. And so they're like $35-$40 a piece, and there's like 8 of them for the entire Naruto series. So I had to wait a little while before I could buy another one. So there was always this like hiatus between like batches of episodes. And Brody comes up to me and he's talking to me and he's like, "Oh yeah, my older brother has like all the DVDs and stuff, and I've watched it all the way through and it's really cool." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I told him, I was like, "Don't spoil anything for me because I'm only on episode like 190 something or something like that," just to give an example. But like I told him, I was like, "I'm not all the way through. I've just gotten to this point in the show, like this arc." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he's asking me like who my favorite characters are, and he's talking about, and spoiler warning for anyone who cares about original Naruto spoilers at this point. But we're talking about favorite characters, and he's like, "I really like Pain." And I'm like,
I agree. He is my absolute favorite.
yeah. He's like, "I really like Pain." And I'm like, "I don't know who that is yet because I hadn't gotten to the Pain arc." And he's like, "Oh, okay. You'll get to him at some point. I really like Pain. He's really cool. I just didn't like when he killed Master Jiraiya." And I was like, you little shit. I literally like reached out to grab him and went, "Bro, do you just..." And then like I turned and just walked away.
See, what he's not telling us is that what he did was he punted that little kid across the field.
Yeah.
No, Brody is such a sweet little kid that I couldn't do anything to hurt him, but in that moment I was like, "You motherfucker." I was so mad.
Okay,
Jeez.
which one was Brody? Was he the one that... Was he Boots? Was that Boots?
He wore boots all the time?
Which one was Boots? Yeah.
Yeah, I just called him Brody. I didn't have a nickname for him, but he did wear
No.
cowboy boots a lot.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
There's one little kid that like me and Tay and Skin called Boots. Skin will know. He knows. He called him Boots.
I don't know.
I'm
It
not
may have
crazy.
been Brody. It may have not been. It may have been Peyton.
I don't know. And then there's one kid that called me Muffin, and I don't know why he called me Muffin to this day.
Also,
Did you have a muffin top?
No.
okay,
he just
so
called me Muffin.
so Skin's mom was a teacher at our school. Like my mom and Skin's mom were both teachers at the school. Skin's mom taught the kindergarten class. And so he would, anytime he went to like talk to his mom, and I would go with him, we would go to the kindergarten class. And apparently one day the entire kindergarten class saw Skin eating like a dill pickle, and they were like, "Skin's eating a pickle. We shall name him Pickle." So one time,
I like how kindergartner minds
one
work.
time we walked into that room, and I like 3 kids turned around from their desks and like saw Mark and went, "Pickle." And I looked, I was like, "Skin, why do they call you Pickle?" And one kid heard me say Skin, and then he looked at Mark and goes, "Skin Pickle." And I almost shit myself laughing in the middle
So
of this
basically what you're
kindergarten
telling
class
me is the
because
next time we have
they
him, we have to call him
they-
Skin Pickle.
Every single kindergartner started chanting, "Skin Pickle."
We need to get him on one day and just don't say anything and just everyone call him that.
I'm dead.
Like,
y'all killed me. I'm done.
Aaron, I have a
You said
question.
the pickle thing. I was out.
Aaron,
So Skin
what's up,
Pickle
Noah?
is the greatest nickname.
are
that ever
you the
existed.
one who runs the Instagram page?
Yeah.
I kind of figured because it was like podcast recording time with a special guest, and it's the hard ass thing, and I was like, oh,
No, that's like
Yeah.
that's like the slider where you can like slide for like happiness.
you only put that because it's me.
I mean, I didn't. I
It's
put
'cause
that there,
he wants
and
to
then I was
fuck
like,
and
oh
or
wait,
get
we
fucked by
have. I was like, oh wait, we have a special guest. Let me put that in the title too. And I actually went back and edited it.
Yeah, you got the baddest of bitches as your guest.
Baddest in all caps.
You damn right.
Mhm.
Man, Skin Pickle. I forgot about that. Wow.
Dude, you forgot about the skin pickle?
Dude, I don't remember a lot after breaking my back. Like, it's just like half my life is gone. I just don't remember all
So,
that stuff.
I'll ask a question which you guys may know the answer to already.
4.
It's related. No, that's not the right answer. That's not a possible answer. to
Wait, do
this.
we clap again?
It's related. No, it's related to a different story that you guys have talked about a lot and makes me laugh every single time I hear it.
Does it talk? Is it
has to
about
do with
coffee?
No, it's about Skin, and it's about Skin's past.
Oh,
and it has
Jesus.
to do a lot with
Can
Aaron.
we? Can we?
Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, we're allowed
or
to talk
no?
about that.
You
Wait,
sure?
I
You
don't
sure Skin
remember.
won't mind?
I'm out. I don't remember. Oh.
It
yeah.
has. You know it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know it.
Skin
I did
will
for a long
mind.
time.
I also don't care.
Okay.
I don't know this
All
story,
right.
but I'm
If you
excited.
don't care,
Just don't drop
we
names.
can go. We can go
No.
for another longer just for this story.
Yes.
I'm totally okay
We'll
with
end
that.
after the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of backstory. Skin, Wyatt, and I were in school together before Aaron came to our school. So, we had knowledge about each other that Aaron did not have. Cut to a few years before Aaron came to school with us, and actually I think the year before I went to school there. It was also a story that I heard from a secondhand account. And it was that one of our precious friend Skin, who is a sweet, precious being, who gets wronged in so many ways. He gets taken advantage of.
That's
and
fair.
Oh my gosh.
it's not his
Yeah.
fault. It just happens, because he's just he's a sweet dude.
He's precious.
He is. Salt of the earth.
Yeah.
He had a girlfriend when he was younger that he had a big crush on. And he finally asked her out, and she was like, yeah, sure, I'll be your girlfriend. Low-key, she was kind of a slut.
You mean
Skin-
high key? Just he didn't know.
Low key and maybe even high key.
Low-key at the time, later on, very high-key.
Oh, I know how that is.
Mhm.
So he one day, the fair or circus or whatever, I think it was county fair, was at Tylertown. And so Skin takes his precious girlfriend, and he spends like a shit ton of money. From what I understand, he spent like a shit ton of money at one of those stupid fair games trying to win her a specific stuffed animal that he
Oh.
wanted. And he like tried and tried and tried. He like saved up, because this is, like 13, 14.
He
year old.
saved up a total of like $16.
So like he had been like working odd jobs to earn money and then like take her to the fair and like buy her food and be
Wow.
a good boyfriend. And
Yeah.
and then midway through the day, he actually does end up like getting her the stuffed animal. I think spends a whole lot of money on her. Is just a really nice guy the whole time. She's like, "Oh, hey, I know I came here with you and your family, but I'm actually gonna go with one of my friends. Like one of my friends is here, and I'm gonna spend the rest of the day with her, and I'm gonna spend the night at her house." And Skin was like, "All right, that all sounds fine." And so Skin leaves. Come to find out, this girl and her friend had actually gone and fucked one of the carnies in his trailer.
Big
Wait,
move.
this was at what age?
I think I want to say like 14, 15.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One,
Mhm.
I don't know how old the carny was,
Right.
but
Could
it
have been like
doesn't
the
look
Carney's
good.
son.
It could have been a volunteer, which means that they could have been like 16.
Or it could have been like a 40-year-old Mexican dude.
I don't think
We
you can
don't
be a
Could've
know.
been that
volunteer
too.
at 16. I think you
Yeah.
have to be 18.
No.
Are you sure?
Do you?
Either
I think
way,
so. I think so.
it's kind
Either
of
way.
fucked up.
Think about the town where
Yeah.
it's at. No.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, this is the tragic story of Skin and his ex-girlfriend. He
Probably
ends up
cousins,
finding
too.
out he's
Hmm.
ends up finding out he's brokenhearted, blah 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 blah.
Sad boy.
One sad boy. This is a story that is in our base knowledge, talking about mine, Tiffany's, Wyatt's, Skin's, we've known about for a very long time. Cut to when Aaron joins the school.
Aaron, no, you didn't.
When Aaron joins the
No,
school,
Aaron
about
did
a
that.
month
Okay.
a month after Aaron joined the school, we were taking our big trip, which is every other year, or the high schoolers in junior high, if you want to, you can pay the money or earn the money through fundraising, and you get to go on this big ass trip. And this year we were going to DC, and Aaron, we took it in like November, so it was only like a couple months after Aaron joined the school, so we didn't know him too well. And Aaron was coming on this trip to DC with us.
Yeah, and also backstory too. Super shy, super awkward, little short, like 240-pound kid, big fat belly,
Yeah.
scared to death and shy of people. And I was like,
That
met
That
this
I
kid for
used
3
to
months and left for a
teach
week
basketball
ago.
to.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That innocent boy, Aaron.
Still don't.
So-
remember. I
That's
still
who it
think that's
was.
funny.
On this trip, every single time we stopped at a hotel, me, Wyatt, Skin, and Aaron would be in a hotel room. 2 beds, 2 of us to a bed. And we would, we got along pretty well. But, I forget what we were talking about. Just guys being dudes, just hanging out, talking shit. Aaron mentions to Skin, he's like, Skin, we need to get you a girlfriend. And Skin sort of just brushes off the question. He's like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care, blah, 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 blah. And then Skin leaves. He's like, I'm going to go get a snack. And he just walks out of the hallway.
always eats
And-
chips.
Yeah, he always eats chips. So he probably went to get some chips from the vending machine. And me and Wyatt, without any communication prior to this, Wyatt and I walk up to Aaron and we're like, yeah, so mentioning girlfriends is kind of a touchy situation around, like a touchy subject around Skin. And you're like, oh, well, why? Did he have like a bad experience with a past girlfriend? And I go, yeah, I mean, his last girlfriend that he had, she actually got hit by a bus and died. And Aaron's like, oh my God, really? That's so fucked up. And we're like, and Wyatt just goes along with it like a fucking champion. And Wyatt's like, yeah, it was really rough on him, so, and he hasn't really dated anybody since, so he's still not really over it. And then when Skin gets back with his chips, Aaron like walks up to him, puts a hand on his shoulder, and he's like, Skin, I'm sorry I said it. If I offended you, I'm sorry. I heard what happened to your last girlfriend, and I'm really sorry. And Skin's like, yeah, no, man, it's all right. Like, I'm still like a little sensitive about it, but it's whatever. It's not your fault. And Aaron's like, oh, okay. We forget about this. We forget about this for a few years. At one point, I feel like, wasn't it Tiffany? It was either
Yeah.
Tiffany or Wyatt that tried to
No,
tell you
it-
the truth.
No. Okay, I will tell you what happened that I remember bringing it back up. Skin was really sad and mopey one day. And Tiff looked at me and I was like, oh, what's wrong with Skin? She goes, this is the day his girlfriend died. And I was like, oh. It's like the anniversary of her death. It's like, got it. Okay.
Yeah, we told Tiffany about it, too.
So basically,
She knew.
everyone was in the loop except for Skin and Aaron.
No, we ended up, Wyatt and I almost
No,
immediately...
Skin knew.
We told Skin because Aaron was in that night, the night that we fed Aaron this like heaping pile of bullshit. Aaron went to take a shower, and there was the 3 of us in that hotel room. And Wyatt and I went, "Yeah, okay, so Skin, we know what happened to your last girlfriend, and it's real fucked up. But what's a little less fucked up and also very funny is that we told Aaron that she actually got hit by a bus and died, like the end of Mean Girls." And Skin was like, "All right, whatever, I don't care." And we're like, "Just." Don't tell him the truth. And he's like, all right, I'll play along with you guys' little ruse. And we're like, thank you. And so, oh my God, Wyatt at one point tried, or at least he told me that he tried to tell Aaron the truth. And Wyatt was actually like, so yeah, Aaron, we've been telling you for years that she got hit by a bus and died, but it turns out that her and her friend actually just, tag teamed a carny at the county fair one time. And Aaron was like, nah, she got hit by a bus.
That's a lie.
Y'all make
lie.
it sound like y'all telling Aaron it's like y'all were hiding the truth from him to protect him. It's like, dude, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
right.
to tell you this, but this thing that didn't happen to you that we've been telling you has been a lie.
And so you have to understand it too. Like me and Tay, like honestly, probably weren't like I wouldn't say me and Tay were like friends the first year, like maybe the first 2 years. Like me and Tay just didn't
Yeah.
like vibe well together until like a little bit. Like it took a while for me and Tay to like get to be friends. It wasn't that we weren't like friends. We just never really talked, and we just like we're like eh.
Yeah.
Like I was like close to Ethan, close to Skin, but that was about it. So like
But,
Tay telling it would be like the last person I would believe. Like out of all 3 of them, I would not believe Tay going, "Oh yeah, this probably happened."
But I forgot. I think Skin walked up to me one time. It was during, because Skin and Aaron graduated the same year. And then the following year, me and Tiffany graduated. Skin walked up to me and he was like, dude, I want to tell Aaron the truth about what happened.
That's your
to my
graduation
girlfriend."
gift.
And I went, dude, no. We have one. He has one more year of high school. So do you. We'll tell him at graduation. And I think sometime before this, I had made a joke. I had made a joke about Skin's ex-girlfriend. And I was laughing about it because I thought it was a really
And Aaron
funny story.
jumped down your throat.
And Aaron was like, "You sick motherfucker! You know that she got hit by a bus and died, right?" And in that moment, I was like, oh, "I totally forgot. We told him this lie." And so we just kept that. We just made sure that Aaron believed that Skin's girlfriend had gotten hit by a bus and killed until they graduated.
Great, dude. Oh my gosh.
It was like
That
the
was my
best-
high school. Right there.
best
That was
lie.
it. Like
It's the best
Your
lie
ent-
ever.
your
that
your
kind
high
of stuff
school
every day.
your high school
Yep.
experience was thinking that a girl got hit by a bus when actually she was just trash.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it happens.
She was just absolute trash.
It's like two truths and a lie.
Mhm.
Wait, like,
Which one's more
Yeah.
believable, Noah?
Well, technically, I could actually say that I've died. So. Yeah.
What? By a bus?
Oh, no. Okay, so I forgot. I haven't actually told y'all this. Anyway, and I've actually had people who didn't believe me, and they actually asked my mom, and she will confirm the story. But when I want to say it was like 2 or 3,
Mhm.
You told me this.
I fell in the pool and drowned.
Wow.
And eventually, like, heart stopped, everything. Got to the hospital, pronounced, like, sorry, basically pronounced me dead, and then, like, a few minutes later, I coughed up all the water.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Look at you go. Real
Yeah,
freaking
I've had a moment like that where my tonsils were inflated and they had to remove my tonsils because I was having trouble breathing in my sleep.
But did you
Yeah.
die?
You almost died.
Not-
from tonsils.
Not confirmed, but yeah, I had trouble breathing because my tonsils were inflated.
I had
It's
extra
okay.
thumb when I was born.
I didn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron also has no middle name.
Hey, that's a story for another podcast, Ethan.
Yeah,
All right.
we're
If I'll ever get
running
invited to
pretty
another
high
one.
on time here, so yeah, we should probably cut it at this point.
I just claps again.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
just
you
we'll
guys
just
for
clap
watching.
and then
This has been Wight
Yeah.
Boys. We'll catch you next time.
next week. There you go.
Goodbye.